Good evening and welcome to Buzz Bowling Arena for tonight's 6A Central action between your Conway Wampus Cats and the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. I'm Levi Gilbert, back in the seat alongside color analyst Tim Roach. And if you're expecting to watch the Conway Lady Cats tonight, no, you haven't missed an hour of your life. Tonight's game against Mount St. Mary was canceled just yesterday. So it's going to be an early night of basketball as we'll just be bringing you the boys' action tonight. And it is an important matchup for your Wampus Cats as they sit right in the middle of a congested 6A Central, currently in the 5th spot, just a game ahead of their opponent tonight, the Rockets. So this game, very important for both teams.
Super critical because we are tied with Fort Smith Northside at 3-3 in the conference. But we lost to Northside here. By 3, and we're in the ball game completely. And so there's a lot. Listen, this year there's been so much dynamic due to COVID. And I know everybody's tired of talking about it, and we are too. But quite frankly, what has happened is we've not missed a game. There has been no games missed in the 6A Central.
On the boys' side.
On the boys' side. Not a game missed. And what has really happened, though, is it doesn't mean that COVID hasn't been impacting. We've lost players like tonight. We will not have one of our key contributors. Duncan will not be available tonight. And you see that all across the league. They're playing the games, but they're having to fill in with people that don't necessarily start. So it's every game is going to be interesting. Every game is a dynamic thing.
Yeah, and why we're bringing that up is because there's all this talk about a possible conference tournament.
Right. They
moved the games from the last week of the regular conference schedule to make room for a potential conference tournament, and it seemed like it was probably going to be a thing that was going to happen, but we're getting word tonight that if it continues to go this way, at least on the boys' side, there may not be a need for one. So again, why that's important, if there's not one, the top 6 from each side go in. Currently your Wampus Cats in that 5 spot. If they do have a conference tournament, you're going to be playing that first set of games, and you're going to have to win one game to make it to the state tournament. So just a lot of variables tonight for your Wampus Cats, and they kind of got on a little bit of a hot streak once conference season started. Jumped out to a 3-1 record, but have lost the last 2 games.
And they faced let's call it what it is. Central is the powerhouse of the 6A Central. They have all of the athletes. They've got a great coach. You know, we were going to face them last year in the state championship game. And so we're state champions along with Central. Their program is really on the rise. Salty is having to start over a lot with his team. I mean, we have really a couple of contributors back from last year, Jaden Williams being the key one there, Paul Harris being the other. So you're going to see these little streaks, and you're hoping for people to get better. But we ran into Northside, ran into Central, and those are 2 really good teams. They're both ahead of us in the conference. Central is just a hard matchup for anybody. This game tonight, we played Catholic last week. Weird scheduling that's going on that you mentioned, and it was 34-34 at the end of regulation. It was 34-34 at the end of the first overtime. And so this is a team, while they're 1 game under us, they are definitely somebody we've got to pay attention to. It's going to be a close game.
Yeah, shots came at a premium. And again, this game, they just played this team a week ago, again, because of the weird scheduling that they're having to do to provide room for a potential conference tournament later in February, or I guess might even be the first week of March. But this is a team that you just played a week ago, and we know the Catholic team of old, they like to move the ball, maintain possession. Yeah. Shot clock makes that a little bit different for them now, thankfully. But bottom line, your Wampus Cat's going to have to knock down some shots.
Yeah, that's the area that Salty, when we talked to him before the conference season started, that was his one area of focus that he said, we've got to get better as a shooting team, as a team shooting the ball. And we've not necessarily seen a lot of progress there. They are getting better, but it's something that they're going to be forced into because Catholic's going to make them shoot from the outside. That's what happened last time they played. They literally packed it inside. They're going to play man defense, Catholic is, but what they do is they sag in on Jaden. So we're going to have to shoot the ball well tonight to win.
And we will pause now for the playing of the national anthem. Well, might be a early finish to the national anthem tonight.
There we go.
Yeah. Early finish. Going to be an early night for your Wampus Cats.
Speaking of early.
Just one game tonight that we'll be broadcasting again. The Lady Cats in the Mount St. Mary game canceled just yesterday. That cancellation being prompted from the Mount St. Mary side. So no Lady Cat action tonight, just your Wampus Cats taking on the Catholic Rockets. Starting lineups tonight for the Catholic Rockets. Number 0, Ben Burnett, junior. Number 3, Kennedy Washington, senior. Number 4, Bo Cronenberger. 13, a guard, Parker Gordon. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Rockets, number 14, Thomas Fitz. And let's take a look at your 4 and 7 Conway Wampus Cats starters tonight. Junior, number 1, DJ Lockhart. Another junior, guard number 4, Paul Harris. And getting the start tonight, number 13, junior Traylon McClure. Getting the start tonight in place of Duncan. Number 15, senior Cade Swindle. And number 25, 6'5" senior Jaden Williams.
So we still have some impact going on with COVID, but we've got, listen, this team has played, all these guys have played a lot this year. The entire roster has seen action because of all the things we've had to go through. We talked about it, I think the first conference game we did, they lost 5 games before the season started, and so they've had a lot of work and practice, and they're really getting caught up now through the conference play.
He's Tim Roach. I'm Levi Gilbert, back in action tonight. Missed Friday's game against Northside.
Yeah.
It was a good one.
Close, but no cigar.
Not last Friday, the Friday before.
Yeah.
Yeah, last Friday, your Wampus Cats
Wasn't close.
were on the road against Central, and it was not close. Conway wins the tip. We'll see how these Wampus Cats can get things going. Catholic in man-to-man like Tim Roach predicted.
These guys are a constant in the on the man defense.
Lockhart getting a shot up. No good. It's going to be controlled by Catholic. Washington with the rebound. Rockets in transition, and they're going to have an unforced error to start things off.
One thing I noticed right away as well, and I think I'm right on here, but the Catholic coach is Todd Ezai, I believe, and I don't see him down there tonight. So could be that he's not here for other reasons, but again, Catholic's having impacts as well.
Well, we said it during football. We'll say it here because it's true. Every night you have 2 opponents. The team you're playing, Jaden Williams with a nice slam there. The team you're playing and COVID, the second opponent.
Yeah, and in basketball it really, really shows up because you have a starting rotation that you like to play. It's chemistry. Basketball is such a chemistry game.
Rockets trying to get something going. They feed it down to Fitz. He's going to kick it back out. 12 seconds on the shot clock. They feed it down inside. Shot no good. Rebounded by Williams.
That's the kind of Jaden Williams you need to see, really active on both sides. Has looked for a shot a couple of times and now good on the defensive end.
Well, he's definitely going to have the size advantage for most of the night. Three-point attempt is up and good from Lockhart.
That's the part we've been missing over the first part of the conference season, is somebody that can really knock down the shot when it's open.
So your Wampus Cats jump out to a 5-0 lead. Washington loses it there, being guarded closely by Swindle. Three-point attempt up from Bernat is no good. Williams with another rebound.
Great box out by Williams there.
McClure in transition, gets a shot up, in and out, no good.
Halfway down. Normally the Cats play zone defense. They're playing man tonight. That's an interesting mix for them.
Rockets have started cold from the field. Washington going to kick it back out. Good ball movement, shot up from Cronenberger, no good. Rebounded to Swindle.
That's the guy they're going to have to keep their eyes on from the perimeter. He can really knock it down from the three.
Harris drives in the lane, shot up and good. 7-0. Wampus Cats on top, and Coach Ezai going to call, well, not Coach Ezai. A coach for the Rockets going to call a timeout. We'll take it with him. 30-second break, and we're back on Conway Court. Back live in Conway, your Wampus Cats have jumped out to a 7-0 lead here early in the first quarter against the Catholic Rockets.
Really look good in this man defense that they're playing. It's not something they play a lot of. They like to try to play zone, but it's been tough.
Noah Wright is checked in. He feeds it down to Bernard. They're going to get a reach in on Lockhart.
It's a tough break. I mean, he got it with both hands. Normally that's a jump ball call, but a little bit of contact.
First foul called here in the first 3 minutes. They're just leaving Wright all alone. He drives in, cannot get it to go against Jaden Williams, and Williams is going to get fouled on the rebound.
Well, that's either scouting, good scouting by our team, or it was a misstep on the defense that you normally don't have somebody that wide open, even in man.
Gonna guess it was a missed pickup there.
I bet it was.
5 minutes past the 5-minute mark. Wampus Cats with a 7-0 lead, trying to feed it down to Jaden. He tips it around, gets possession, and he's going to get the foul and the bucket.
That's want-to right there. The pass in was not that great. It was in the area, but as we've talked about with Jaden in football as well, great hands, stayed with it, got it to fall even with the contact.
From this angle, it really felt like there was no way he was going to get to it.
Yeah.
It's just so athletic. He sinks the free throw attempt as well, and Wampus Cats up 10-0.
Great start by the Wampus Cats. We are not necessarily known for how quickly we start. This is a fantastic start for the Wampus Cats.
Rockets just trying to get something going, getting some good motion, but this man defense, that's tipped away from Swindle. Looked like the Rockets were able to get possession back, and then it went out of bounds. I thought it was out on Catholic.
Yeah, okay. I promised myself I wouldn't talk about the officiating as much tonight. Probably a missed call, just not a really good position. That was a strange play.
Closing in on the halfway point here in the first quarter. Conway up 10-0, and they're going to get another rebound.
Every shot they've taken has been so well defended, except for 1-3. Then it even was defended well. they haven't had a good look yet.
Lockhart at the top of the key, swings it over to McClure. Traylon making a move. Dishing it out to Harris, deep three. Will not go, rebound Williams, and easy put back for Jaden.
Ball is finding Jaden's hands, or Jaden is finding the ball. Every time the ball's gone inside, he's found a way to get a touch on it. That's what we have to be successful.
Right. Rejected from Jaden Williams.
Jaden gave him the smirk as well. I'm not sure, he said, I'm not sure exactly what you're doing there, but I'll take it.
Couple Wampus Cats getting set to check in. We'll get you those names as they enter. Trying to feed it down to Williams again. Williams finds Harris. Beautiful pass and finish from Harris.
Wow. So you can shoot and you can dish. That's great for a big man. He's looking good tonight.
14-0. Wampus Cats on top. It's just one of those nights, at least early here for Catholic. Just trying to get that first bucket. And Bernat going to get called for the offensive foul.
Great move by DJ there to get in position to take the charge. Really good charge. And here's the thing. I understand you got a few fans talking about it from the Catholic side. He may not necessarily have been completely set, but when you lower that shoulder, when you dip in and that motion happens, the way they're calling charges these days, if you lower it, you're going to get that call.
Boogie Carr and Troy Wiseman checking in for your Wampus Cats. See Boogie there, passing it to McClure, down to Williams. Easy finish for Jaden Williams.
Just no answer. I mean, they've got a guy that is a little bit in height-wise Luke Cooper, but Jaden's just having his way right now.
It's Pace checking in for Catholic. Cronenberger trying to make something happen. Well defended from Harris. Traylon McClure trying to pick it up. It's going to stay with Catholic.
You know, not only are we staying active in our man defense, but it's probably, you see this sometimes, in zone you get a little bit more deflected passes, but when you're playing man, it creates a little bit of chaos, and Catholic's not handling that chaos right now.
Well, Marion Kennedy checking in for McClure. Number 31, a senior Wampus Cat. Catholic still trying to find their first points of the night. And that's going to be a shot clock violation, so things just continuing to not go their way. No sense of urgency there.
No. I mean, you know, they looked to penetrate a couple times and could not find it. And the problem is when they penetrated, the shots have been too tough, or they can't even get them off because of Williams' presence.
16-0, Conway on top. Wampus Cats looking to extend the lead here. Boogie Carr thought about it. Wiseman, long three. No good.
Troy can hit that shot. He's made several this year.
And Cooper finally getting Catholic on the board with an easy bucket in transition.
Yeah, you're not going to see many transition baskets because both these teams like to get back on defense as soon as the shot goes up. That was just an easy basket by Cooper.
Boogie feeding it down to Williams. Back out to Boogie, swinging it around. Conway going to reset here. Kennedy, three. No good. Rebounded by Cronenberger. Under a minute to play here in the first quarter.
So no matter who you play, you got to make those open threes when they're given to you. And again, that's Conway's a little bit of our short on our game is being able to knock down the three regularly, and it's just not a strength of our team.
Wiseman going to get called for a reach in here. I got to say, I love watching these defensive backs out there guarding closely.
Yeah, and even got Boogie Carr, who's not a defensive guy, but boy, didn't he play great last year as a defensive back at the end of the season?
He did, yeah.
Loved it. Loved it.
30 seconds left to play. Cooper, three-point attempt is good. 16-5. Shot clock turned off. Conway will slow things down and get the last possession here.
Cooper with all 5 points for Catholic.
Three-point attempt is up, and it's good from DJ Lockhart. 6 points for Lockhart, all of them from three. 19-5, your Wampus Cats on top at the end of the first. 60-second break, and we're back on Conway Corp.
Conway and community have always gone hand in hand. And it's true now, in this most unique of times, with the announcement of the Conway COVID-19 Vaccine Task Force. The task force is a partnership of community leaders, including Conway Regional Health System, Baptist Health Conway, the City of Conway, Conway Area Chamber of Commerce, Conway Corp, and our local colleges and school districts collaborating to streamline the distribution of vaccine in our community, including plans for setting up and operating vaccination clinics throughout Conway as vaccines become available. The timelines for receiving the vaccine will vary depending on vaccine supply and availability. To learn more, visit conwayregional.org/COVID-19 vaccine.
Back at Buzz Bowling Arena as we get set for the second quarter of action for your Wampus Cats taking on the Little Rock Catholic Rockets. Wampus Cats a game up over the Rockets in the 6A Central standings. And what a first quarter for Conway, 19-5 lead.
I mean, I'm a little bit, and listen, I love Coach Harrell and Coach Longing, and they are, like everybody with the program, they're a little frustrated about where they are right now. They're used to having a little bit more success, but man, they continue to coach game in and game out, and they're getting the best out of their Wampus Cats tonight.
Rockets have struggled from the field. Been great defense like that right there.
Big O.
Nice dish down to McClure, but blocked. Kennedy in the lane. Count it. No, they're going to call. They're going to wave it off. Kennedy, not a fan of that.
Wow. Okay. Reset, redo.
New shot clock. Jaden Williams not on the floor. They feed it down to McClure. Little fadeaway shot, no good. Rockets in transition.
Probably not the shot you wanted there after the reset, but you're trying to get everybody involved in the game. That's for Traylon's really his first really good look.
Williams 9 points leading the way for the Wampus Cats. Getting a little breather on the bench. 19-5, Conway on top. Catholic a little bit more of an opportunity now with Williams out. Another three, this time Cronenberger.
Yeah, that's the guy that you got to be careful of out there. You just can't give him any space. He's going to continue to fire from there if he's open.
Boogie Carr trying to answer. In and out.
Good shot by Boogie. Ball was all the way down.
Pace in transition, no good. Troy Wiseman hauling it down. He's going to force the issue here. Driving into the lane. Nice bucket from Troy.
Great job. Two defensive backs and one running back on the court. We're really heavily engaged with our football guys, and we knew that coming in, and they're performing really well.
That's stolen away from McClure. Wampus Cats with the advantage. Smart foul there from Pace.
Yeah, just as he was getting ready to dish it to Boogie. Got a hand on it, so good play by Traylon. Pick up the loose ball on our side of the court and moved it through. Really good job by Traylon.
Fitz, Gordon, and Burnett checking back in for the Rockets. Feeds it in to Kennedy. Conway will reset. Interesting to see this offense and how it operates without Jaden Williams in there.
Yeah, he's the centerpiece. And really, you've got Kennedy out there that kind of plays it, trailing a little bit, but really no big presence right now. So we're working the ball on the outside.
Troy Wiseman looked like he might have turned an ankle there. He's hobbling around. Kennedy from the top, no good. Wiseman still favoring that one ankle. McClure almost stealing it away. Things getting a little fast down there, trying to slow it down.
You got guys diving for the ball everywhere. It's going to be a foul on Catholic, I believe. Yeah.
Wiseman trying to call the. Well, I can't tell if he's calling to get out or not now. Kind of looked like he was saying, no, I'm good. So he's going to stay in. Jaden Williams checking back in.
Yeah, you had great job by O there, diving for the ball, got his face on the court, and you got to love the effort here. I mean, it's all over the. I mean, it's 21-8. Didn't expect to see a lead like that, but it's really because they played so hard on both sides of the court.
Some good minutes there from Kennedy. Williams back in. They're trying to find the big fella down low. He's making some room. Wiseman gonna take it inside, draws the foul. He'll go to the line for two.
Boy, they are all over. I cannot believe they haven't called a foul yet on inside. They are all over Williams. But here's what's happening. You spend so much effort and time in SAG, and you've got one guy completely committed to him. It opens up the lane if you get the penetration like you just saw.
And that's one thing we've talked about these guards is shooting has been a little challenging at times, but all of these guards able to create penetration.
That's right. Well, and that they've, if you can't get consistency out of the outside of the perimeter game, then you must drive the basket, and that's what they're doing.
Wiseman hits 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He's still hobbling a little bit. It's going to be Rich Scroggin checking in, junior guard.
Yep. Really good defensive player, and if he gets an open look, he can absolutely knock it down, but really high effort on the defensive end.
Wampus Cats have just scored 3 points so far here in the second quarter. Things have slowed down a little bit. Stolen by Wiseman. Wiseman in transition. He's going to take it all the way. Can't get it to fall. Nice putback attempt from Lockhart. He's going to get the foul and go to the line.
Yeah, Troy got too far down to be able to make a good pass to the trailing DJ Lockhart. But he got the ball off and got it up and gave Lockhart a chance to make a play on the backside and got fouled going up.
Conway 2 for 3 from the free throw line here in the first half. Make it 3 for 4.
Here's something to note, too. 18 fouls on Catholic and 2 on the Wampus Cats, so really no foul trouble yet for the Wampus Cats.
Second attempt from Lockhart is also good. Conway extending the lead. Conway staying in this man defense. It's served them well here in the first half. Scroggin almost stealing it away. It's going to go out of bounds on him.
Neither team tonight is really wired or built for making long, sustained comebacks. But we cannot take that for granted. We know how they would like to work the ball around, but we've got to stay focused here.
Feed it down to right. Going around. Scroggins with some good defense there. He takes an elbow.
Wow. In college ball, they would be going to the monitor. High elbow. I mean, it's not on purpose. He just got in his grill, and the elbow came across.
Yeah, that's the potential side effect for playing that kind of defense, but it's going to get you a call and go the other way. That was 3 fouls on Cooper, and he's going to have to sit out.
Wow.
Nearing the midway point here in the second quarter. Scroggins going to take a 3. Nails it.
Great job by Ridge. Got the open jumper and took it. That's the one you have to bury. That's the kind you have to make. It will bring the defense out and get them off Williams a little bit.
And that's after taking an elbow to the face on the other side of the court.
Plays hurt. Wow.
Cronenberger 3-point attempt is up. No good. Scroggin pulling down the rebound.
Really active there. Great job by Scroggins getting that rebound.
Wiseman thought about it. Swing it over to Lockhart. Another three-point attempt from him, just in and out.
Good shot by DJ there. That was a good look.
Onyekwelu forcing the issue. He's going to go to the line.
That's a guy there that can score. I've watched a little bit of Central, some of the film, and he can get to the basket. He is not a starter, but he can definitely get there. He's a big guy. 6'5" is what the stats say. I'm not sure if he's 6'5" or not, but not against Williams. It doesn't look like.
He's short on the first free throw attempt. Yeah, you know.
Just if side by side, they don't both look 6'5". One of them does.
One of them's just a little bit bigger.
Has that football look.
Yeah.
Maybe that helps.
Definitely. Scroggin pulling down the rebound, so Onyekwelu missing both free throws. 27-8. Been all Wampus Cats here in the first half. Lockhart pulling up. No good. Long rebound to Harris.
Great job by Paul pulling that back out. Nothing really there available, and he pulled it out. Good smart move.
Feed it down to Williams. Just can't control it. It's stolen away. Rockets trying to get something going. Right. Good pump fake and going to draw contact.
Yeah, probably a good call there. I mean, you got Boogie Carr on the backside. When you go up on the backside, and if you're a smaller guy and you go up against a taller guy and you get your hand on the ball, they're going to think you got the body as well. Probably a very good call. But again, Wampus Cats really with only that's first on Boogie, and it's four fouls to 9, and Catholic is struggling at the line.
Yeah,
so.
Free throw line, like the rest of the field, has not been kind tonight for the Rockets.
No.
And they finally get a free throw to go down. 27-9. 2:38 left to play here in the first half.
They are really sagging in on Williams. I mean, literally, when the ball goes to his side of the court, there are 3 guys in a triangle on him.
Open look for Harris. Doesn't go. Williams tipping it back in. His second attempt. They're going to wave it off and say, I guess, over the back on Jaden Williams.
Now, I mean, you got both hands up in the air, and Jaden's asking him about it, but that's a tough call because you're literally going for the ball. I'm not sure exactly how that worked out.
It's just his first foul that he's going to come out, get a little bit of rest.
Good job by Jaden.
Jaden leading the way for Conway tonight. Approaching the 2-minute mark. Burnett making a move there, feeds it down to Wright. Can't get the shot to fall. Conway.
Boy, defensively, they are just all over the place. I mean, every shot inside, other than a couple of transition baskets, have been so well defended, they just can't get an easy shot off.
And they're going to get a 3-second call against Traylon McClure.
Yeah, that's a little bit one of those, you know, you get guys having to play the middle now with Duncan being out that don't normally play there. And so you kind of lose sight of where you are. That's kind of to be expected at least a couple of times tonight.
Yeah, Conway in a smaller lineup right now with both Williams and Kennedy on the bench. Lockhart trying to steal one away. He's going to get called for the foul.
Yeah, good, strong effort. I think that's a second on Lockhart. So we'll see a sub in for him so he doesn't lose, another foul there. Because here's the thing. I mean, they've got 6 fouls with 1:26 left to go in the half, and they have been so active. You would expect the foul count to be a little bit higher, but we've really done a good job of getting deflections on the ball.
Swindle checks in. Catholic just trying to get something going here in the final minute or so of action. Can't get it to fall. Boogie Carr with the rebound in transition. Pulls up. It's going to be short on the jumper. That's going to be picked off from Harris. Feeds it down to McClure. McClure going up strong to the rim, drawing the contact.
Traylon had flush on his mind there. Traylon can really, and we haven't seen a lot of it yet because we haven't seen a lot of transition baskets from Conway this year, but he can really fly. And great hops. He was going to take it to the rack there, but got fouled going up. That's a good spot.
He hits the first one. Kennedy checking in for Scroggin. We've seen Traylon McClure get a pass and take it the other way.
He knows what to do with it when he has it. You're exactly right there.
And he's looking good from the free throw line. Hits both of them. Under a minute. Cats up by 20.
Well, Paul Harris playing Cronenberger really, really tough out there on the edge to make sure he doesn't get off on the three.
Wright gets the bucket. It's going to break the double-digit mark for the Rockets. About a 2-second difference between the game clock and shot clock.
5 points in the first quarter, 6 points in the second for the Rockets. That's really, really good defense by the Wampus Cats. They have really clamped down on the inside game and not really letting them get off on the perimeter.
9 seconds to go. Kennedy going to get called for a push-off. .5 seconds to go here in the first half. Catholic will have one last chance.
I don't think he's going to beat Boogie down the court.
Nope. Shot attempt from Burnett is no good. Conway taking a 29-11 lead into the locker room at halftime. What a night for your Wampus Cats. Again, no Lady Cats action tonight. Their game with Mount St. Mary canceled yesterday, so we've just got one more half of action for you here on Conway Corp. We're going to take a break now, get ready for the Conway Regional Health System halftime show, and we'll be back in about 6 or 7 minutes and recap the first half and bring you the second half of action. Back with more here on Conway Corp.
Conway and community have always gone hand in hand, and it's true now in this most unique of times with the announcement of the Conway COVID-19 Vaccine Task Force. The task force is a partnership of community leaders, including Conway Regional Health System, Baptist Health Conway, the City of Conway, Conway Area Chamber of Commerce, Conway Corp, and our local colleges and school districts collaborating to streamline the distribution of vaccine in our community, including plans for setting up and operating vaccination clinics throughout Conway as vaccines become available. The timelines for receiving the vaccine will vary depending on vaccine supply and availability. To learn more, visit conwayregional.org/COVID-19 vaccine.
Yazzie, yeah, Pauline Yazzie. She had 6 kids and putting them all through school without electricity. Kids doing homework in their van with the dome light on. Family wanted to watch TV, they're in the car. Homework in the car. She said the one thing she went through the most of was her car batteries. But
yeah, I remember she has a son that just graduated high school, and she said he was big into basketball, and whenever he'd have his buddies over, they'd round the vehicles up and get the car lights on the court so they could play ball at night. And so
she said they had actually been shot at before because it's in the desert, and she didn't act like it was intentional. They just didn't know anybody lived there. You know, you're in the middle of nowhere and there's no lights. You just assume nobody lives there. So it was a safety aspect of it too.
I haven't really get it in my head that I have utility now. You know, I always wondered, when you're at somebody else's house, you think like, I wish I had utility, then I could do this, I could do that, right? But here, it's like the first thing we can think of is a refrigerator. That's the first thing, and we're like, what kind of refrigerator do we get? That's gonna be fun.
Running Award has been given out every year since 2003, and it's the Safety Leadership Award. It's an award that recognizes an employee who inspires, improves, and maintains best practices in safety. And the 2020 winner is Cody Miller. He's a plant operator at the wastewater treatment plant. In the nomination for Cody, a coworker wrote, Cody makes safety a priority and always takes time to contact the Conway Fire Department and the Conway Corp safety team when an employee is making a confined space entry at the wastewater treatment plant. Our Customer Service Award has been presented since 2008, and it recognizes employees who are dedicated to continuously improving customer satisfaction and constantly striving to exceed customer expectations. The winner this year is Business Class Services Specialist Justin Moore. Now, his nomination included when COVID-19 first hit, Justin stepped up. He went on call for more than 6 weeks without a break to make sure our business customers received the same care during COVID as they did pre-COVID. Our newest award is the Tower of Excellence Award. This year's recipient is our third winner of the Tower of Excellence Award. The recipients consistently display characteristics that are valued by coworkers and are dedicated to fulfilling Conway Corp's mission, and this year's winner is Brian Eggert, Technical Lead Database Administrator. In his nomination, a coworker said, although it takes a team to develop the day-to-day tasks important to Conway Corp, one employee has to get it started, and Brian is that person. He works with all departments, outside developers, and is dedicated to fulfilling our mission. Congratulations to Cody, Justin, and Brian. We're proud of you, and thank you for your dedication to Conway Corp and the community.
Back live. He's Tim Roach. I'm Levi Gilbert, and your Wampus Cats up big at halftime, 29-11 over the Catholic Rockets. What a first half for Conway.
Must-win game. You know, you come out and you know you have to win. You're down a man, and you're playing a team that took you 34-34 in regulation. You had to go to double overtime to beat them. I don't think anybody expected for us to jump out to, I think at one point it was 10-0. I'm not sure if we got to more than that before they ever scored.
I think we got up to 12.
12. And so, I mean, and I was looking at the stats. I mean, the stats are so interesting in a game like this. You have 11 points. There are 3 field goals. You got 2 3-point field goals and 1 basket made inside the 3-point line for Catholic. 1. And that was a transition basket by Cooper. So you literally don't have, I mean, there is no real attack to this offense. Now, we're going to see some differences, I'm sure. Offensively, they're going to try some things. But they already play an aggressive defense, so I'm not sure we're going to see anything different there.
Yeah, Catholic just struggling shooting from the field, like you mentioned, just 24% overall, and couldn't even find any kindness at the free throw line either, just 1 of 4, and had a hard time getting there. This defense for Conway, so active, but doing a great job of staying in front of their assignment and not not forcing a lot of contact.
Yeah, they were getting deflections, again, they played man. They never went into zone, which is kind of what they are known for, is their zone defenses. And Salty talked about this before conference play, that they might see a little bit more man. And tonight you're having to do that. But in that man, sometimes you're going to get those fouls. You're going to reach in, especially when you're this active. And the Wampus Cats, to your point, Levi, have done a fantastic job of staying in front, not allowing great penetration. And when they do penetrate, the shots have been so difficult, Catholic hasn't been able to get them to fall.
You mentioned it was just a week ago that these teams played. That game went to double overtime. You said 34 points in regulation. Conway already 5 points away from that in a single half. So it just kind of tells you how different this game has been for Conway from a week ago. And they're led by Jaden Williams with 9 points. And I think he had all 9 in that first quarter. He really jumped out. And DJ Lockhart with 8 points. 6 of those coming from behind the arc.
Well, we've seen, and that's the thing that makes a little bit of a difference. We've knocked down a few shots that are open that we've struggled to make in conference play, especially here lately. And when we get those opportunities, if we can knock down 1 or 2 of those threes, or even a long distance 2, it's going to help take away some of the pressure from Jaden, because they made a change. You mentioned he scored 9 points all in the first quarter. He was basically manned up, somebody playing behind him normally, catch the ball, turn, and make it. In the second quarter, they played a little bit of a kind of a sag triangle defense where they had somebody in front, and as soon as the ball was headed in that direction, they were coming both sides.
Yeah, even off of screens, he would come out and set a screen, and it seemed like as soon as he was peeling off, there was already at least one set of hands on him. Yeah, it was a struggle in the second quarter for Jaden, but not too much of a struggle for your Wampus Cats here in the first half. They lead 29-11. We're just 10 seconds away from getting the second half underway. And this is a Conway offense that likes to take its time under normal circumstances. Definitely expect to see that with an 18-point lead as we get ready to start the second half.
Yeah, we talked about that. Both teams, neither one of them are really wired to come from way back. And so you can expect Conway, knowing that and the way that Catholic likes to run their offense, that they're going to make them work for every shot they get. You won't see I don't think you'll see a lot of up and down the court.
Wampus Cats will start the second half with possession. They scored the first 12 points of the game. See if they can recapture that magic here in the second half. Lockhart finding an errant pass. They try to feed it down to Jaden, and you saw that defense there again. 2 or 3 defenders on him. Gordon with an open look. Can't get it to fall. Good rebound from Lockhart. He's going to draw the contact.
Yeah, great position by DJ there. He got Fitz in bad position, and that's 3 on Fitz. You got 2 guys now that are really key for them in foul trouble early here in the second half.
Yeah, Fitz and Cooper both with 3 fouls. Get it down to Williams. Kick back out to Swindle. Open 3. Can't get it to fall. Williams with the rebound. He's going to loft it back up. Such touch from Williams.
Love the baby hook. We saw that a lot last year in the last 2-3 ball games. He was finding that rhythm where he would catch and just turn and flick it up. If that's falling for him, he's got some good things going to go on now.
Conway back up by 20. Jaden catching back up on the defensive side. I'll feed it down to Cooper.
Catholic probably does not want to run the shot clock all the way down to 0, but that's what they're going to have to do here.
3-point attempt from Washington up, no good. Swindle with the rebound. Cats in transition. Harris will pull up, slow things down, and there's going to be a errant pass there. Swindle just not looking for it. Cronenberger, the other side, hits the 3.
Yeah, that's the kind of play that we've kind of struggled with, some of this chemistry that we're trying to build in, and it turns around and you go from, probably setting up a nice offensive set to giving up an open 3.
Got a whistle near side.
Going to come in for Cade. Troy's coming in for Cade. Cade may have tweaked an ankle or a knee there.
Yeah, grabbing his right leg. Wampus Cats inbound here. Under 20 on the shot clock. Wiseman feeds it down to McClure. McClure making a move, gets the ball up and good.
Great inside move there, up and under. Created some distance, a little bit of a floater, love it.
Conway staying in this man defense here in the second half.
Making them work.
Burnett's got the open look. Can't get it to fall. Wiseman with the rebound.
Great job by Troy there, good box out.
McClure making a move on the left side. Another floater, can't fall. Williams with the rebound. He's going to go up. Gets it to finish.
Shooter's roll. I love when Jaden goes inside. He's really been active whenever the balls come his way.
For someone who can play so strong in the middle, he's got that touch.
Seeing good movement by his feet there. Took Cooper. Cooper was going to go baseline, slid over, made sure he didn't have the room to get there. Really good move by Jaden.
It's the athletic versatility of someone that can play wide receiver and then move to left tackle. It's him. Gordon getting on the board here in the second half.
Yeah, that's a good move. That's a good baseline move by Gordon.
Quick shot from Conway on the other end. Catholic trying to get something going.
You can always tell when Salty is unhappy with things. Body language is great job by Doe. There you go.
What a feed from Williams all the way down to Lockhart, and Lockhart finishing.
Not many transition baskets for this team, and that's the kind you like to see. Williams with a great outlet pass.
Jaden liked that. He passed it and then didn't move. Just waited on the other end.
Good chance to catch a breather.
Wiseman drawing some contact there. Rebound Williams. 37-16. Conway pushing it. Lockhart gets the pump fake and draws the contact.
Here's the thing. I was chuckling, but I mean, and you see it on the faces of the players, and you hear it in the crowd for Catholic. Very frustrating. They came in with hopes to maybe catch the flip side and get the Wampus Cats, and things are definitely not going their way right now.
Yeah, we've mentioned it a few times. Conway currently sitting in that 5th spot in the 6A Central, a game ahead of Catholic. And they're going to create some distance there. Boogie Carr doesn't take the open look.
Great patience there by Boogie. Working the clock a little bit like you talked about, Levi.
Harris pull-up jumper, no good.
Good look, though. Really good look.
Feed it down to Cooper. Just well defended yet again. This defense showing up tonight for Conway.
Wow, every basket is, with the exception of one or two, every basket completely contested and no good looks.
Cooper and Williams battling down in the middle. They feed it down to Williams, and he's drawing contact from Cooper and Burnett.
Yeah. Oops.
And they're going to tee up Jaden Williams.
Wow.
So Williams,
did you see what happened?
He drew the contact, and I'm guessing he must have said something. He didn't, typical Jaden Williams fashion, not super animated. So I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah.
My only guess would be something must have been said. But
yeah. When you get down there in the box and you're having the success that he's having tonight, and you get fouled over the top like that, it's easy to get frustrated.
Well, and he's been playing so well tonight, but you mentioned it at halftime. He's basically getting mauled all night.
Yeah.
And he's probably tired of it.
He's taking all the abuse he can tonight. That's a tough break. That's two shots in the ball after the foul. The foul does count against. There was a foul on Cooper, which should be his fourth. Making sure that they're.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're checking on to make sure there was a foul on 43.
They've got it on the board.
Yeah, and that's Tommy McMillan making sure that he knew.
So talking it over at the bottom of your screen. Now the official's going to talk a little bit more, and it's an important.
It's an important foul.
An important fact to get straight. There was a foul before the technical happened. Coach Longing looking for the explanation. So they are saying, at least what we can deduce, that foul did count. Cooper is not on the floor.
He's got 4 on the board.
37-18, Conway on top. 2:30 left to go here in the third quarter.
Wow, this defense is so active.
And they're not sagging at all. They're playing extended. And that nice feed.
Yeah.
Catholic can't get it to go again, and they're going to get right for the foul on Williams. Or no, they're saying are they saying it's on? They're saying it's on Williams.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
That's going to be foul number 3 against Jaden. Catholic will maintain possession here. Coach Longing
Oh my gosh.
wanting an explanation. A little makeup call here is Anya Kwelu called for the offensive foul.
Unfortunately, that's the third foul on Jaden. He's been really active. I hope that doesn't change his game plan. He's got a technical. He picked up 2 fouls in the course of about a minute and a half. I think Salty's saying, "Hey, look, just play right. It'll come back to you."
13 points for Williams, leading the way for the Wampus Cats. He's going to take a little break here for the last at least 2 minutes here in the third quarter. Kennedy going in the lane. They're going to call the blocking foul against Wright. Some animated fans tonight.
That's the one thing, again, we talked about the arena and how empty it can be.
How quiet it is. You hear everything.
Frustrations from the fans, from the players and coaches.
Well, and I think that played a part on that technical call as well. I mean, you can't really get away with anything, even under your breath, because it's so quiet down on the court.
That's a great point.
These officials can hear it all.
Great penetration there.
Harris, what a finish.
Nice. That's the kind of move that you've got to make when they're playing this kind of defense, is get it to that spot, especially with Jaden out of the ball game.
21-point lead for Conway. They've stayed at that 20-point level here in the second half. They're going to get another foul on Wright.
Yeah, this one's the right one. Salty agrees with this one and said it's about time. So again, part of what we're seeing tonight as well. We've talked a little bit about our rebounding tonight. We've had some really good position on rebounding, and not only drawing the foul like that, but just great position all around.
Nearing a minute to play here in the third quarter, 39-18, Conway on top. Boogie Carr drawing some contact. They will call an offensive foul against Boogie.
Yeah, Boogie was already walking back. I think even Boogie knew that he had charged there.
Coach Longing's going to have to help him on his selling skills.
Yeah, he didn't even stand there. Whoops.
Open look for Wright, easy finish. Lead cut to 19, 45 seconds to play here in the third quarter.
First time we've really gambled and lost tonight.
Lockhart, nice dish out to Kennedy. They're going to get Kennedy for a push-off. 31.1 seconds to go, and we've had 2 offensive fouls in the last 2 possessions for Conway.
If it means anything to anybody that's listening that knows me and has heard me complain, both of those fouls were good calls. We just, you lower your shoulder, you're going to get that call.
Shot clock turned off. See if Catholic tries to go 2 for 1 here. Burnett with a nice move in the finish.
They did get away with a screen up top, moving screen, and took Boogie out. So
7 seconds. Lockhart finds Rome Fields. We're not going to get the shot off in time. Conway leads 39-22. 60 seconds, and we're back on Conway court.
Conway and community have always gone hand in hand. And it's true now in this most unique of times with the announcement of the Conway COVID-19 Vaccine Task Force. The task force is a partnership of community leaders, including Conway Regional Health System, Baptist Health Conway, the City of Conway, Conway Area Chamber of Commerce, Conway Corp., and our local colleges and school districts collaborating to streamline the distribution of vaccine in our community, including plans for setting up and operating vaccination clinics throughout Conway as vaccines become available. The timelines for receiving the vaccine will vary depending on vaccine supply and availability. To learn more, visit conwayregional.org/COVID-19 vaccine.
Back live in Conway, the Wampus Cats up 39-22 as we enter the final quarter of action here against the Catholic Rockets. And for the first time, Catholic outscoring the Wampus Cats in a quarter 11-10 there in the third quarter.
Yeah, it slowed down for the Wampus Cats. They really didn't look to do much and tried to work the clock a little bit and probably took a little bit out of their rhythm. But this is the kind of game you're going to have to do that in.
You imagine free throw is going to be a factor here pretty soon. Catholic with 6 team fouls, and Conway is 6 of 7 from the line tonight. Nice move there from Onyekwelu. He draws the contact.
We've done a pretty good job tonight of keeping them from the baseline. They've been trying to get there, and we've cut it off pretty well. That's a good move on his part to draw the foul and draw the contact.
Jaden Williams back in here in the fourth quarter. He has 3 fouls. Pace feeds it to Wright, back out to Brown.
Wampus Cats making them work for everything.
Extending this possession. Wright makes a move, back out to Pace, 3-point attempt, short. Harris.
Get out of the way.
Trying to create some space there with Wiseman. Conway is going to be moving this ball around on every possession. Feed it down to Williams. He makes a move, draws the contact. 2 shots coming up for Williams.
Really good move that time after he got the rock, and actually a really good feed to Jaden. We've seen some passes go in that are just generally speaking in the area, and he's gone to get them. That was a really good pass, hit him right where he needed to have it.
Jaden 1 of 1 from the line. He misses the first attempt. Fitz, Cronenberger, and Pruce checking in for Catholic.
Pruce.
No Kleins on the roster tonight. And
Big Joe is not on the bench tonight.
no Joe Klein tonight. I've always enjoyed getting to see him on the sideline.
And hear him.
Yeah. You would have definitely been able to hear him tonight.
Yeah, this is not a time for Joe to be here.
Williams steals it away.
Great.
Down to McClure as he finesses that baseline. He's going to throw it away.
Timeout, Wampus Cats.
6:35 to go here in the fourth quarter. Timeout on the floor. We'll go ahead and hold it here and chat for a little bit. Again, no Lady Cats game tonight. If you're tuning in just now and thinking, I want to see the end of this Lady Cats game, well, just not happening tonight. Very early action for the Wampus Cats. The Mount St. Mary had to cancel the game, and we found out late in the afternoon yesterday. So,
well, and so it's been a struggle for some of the teams in the Central. I think Bryant's lost 3 games, and that they'll have to figure out the girls' side. All this on the girls' side. And while we're speaking about the Wampus Cats, I want to give a little shout out and congratulations to Jaden Thomas.
Yes.
Man, listen, she committed to Louisiana Tech D1 school for Jaden early in her junior year. Man, so excited for her and her family. That's something that they have worked so hard for, and she's gone through so much to get to the point where she's been recognized for her play. And I'll tell you this, not only is she great on the court, she's great off the court. She's just a super young lady. Very excited for her.
Yeah, going to be a Lady Texter.
Yeah.
Congratulations to her. And it's got to be a relief to get that out of the way and announce early. And now you got the rest of your junior season and your senior season coming up. Going to be a relief there.
Yeah.
Back underway, 6:30 to play here in the fourth quarter. Conway still with a 17-point lead. Nice feed down to Pace, and he finishes.
That's the first time their motion offense has really worked tonight. And, you had Jaden Williams, who's got 3 fouls. You can't really be as aggressive for the block there.
Wampus Cat's going to be content to milk as much time off unless you got an open shot like that. DJ Lockhart.
Oh, that's a good shot any day of the week. I mean, and that looks so good when he shoots it. He's really probably one of our best shooters, and that was done well. Wow.
Nice steal from McClure. Dish to Harris and finish.
No chance did I think Traylon McClure was going to get that. Wow. Speed to the ball.
He's been flashing the speed a lot tonight, and Conway going to get the ball back quickly. Scroggin checking in for Conway. Give McClure a little spell here. He's played good tonight, especially on the defensive end.
He's been really, really, really active. And, I mean, that was a straight-up steal. Knocked it to the sidelines and was able to get it before it went out of bounds and made a great feed. Just an overall fantastic play.
Wampus Cats extend the lead back to 20. Wiseman finding some room. What a rebound from Jaden. Can't quite control it. A long rebound out to Wiseman. He finds Lockhart again. Rebound Williams, drawing the contact. That's going to be called on Fitz, his second.
I just love watching Jaden Williams play. I mean, everything about him is so fun to watch on the court. You can tell he just loves to play the game.
Got a whistle here. Oh, yeah, not supposed to be inbounding here as we're in the 1-and-1. So Jaden Williams will go to the line. That was the 8th team foul against Catholic. So with 5:03 to play, free throw is going to be a big factor the rest of the way for your Wampus Cats.
Now, Jaden struggles at the line, and we know this going in. So if you're going to foul a guy, that's who you'd want to put on the line. He's worked on it. He's gotten better, but it's still a little bit of a struggle.
Catholic going to have to start forcing the issue here.
Sense of urgency is not there yet.
Fitz making a move, nowhere to go against Williams. And they continue to burn some time here. Nice feed down to Washington, and he gets it to drop.
Yeah, they're working the wing and then cut to the basket on the side of where the ball is, and just trying to get the ball in movement and space, because you're going to create a foul there if you're too aggressive. But the problem is it takes a little time to get there. You have to work it 3 or 4 times to get an open shot.
Conway resets. Wiseman open look. He nails it. We're a team that has struggled with shooting so far this year. They've looked pretty good
Boy,
tonight.
That's nice. I mean, and we talked about it earlier. Troy can hit that shot. That's in his game. That's not a chance shot by him. He can knock that down.
Jaden trying to cheat a little bit there on a steal, and
Yeah.
Fitz making him pay. Scroggin taking it into the lane.
Yeah.
Draws the contact. That's going to be called against Washington.
I mean, here's the thing. He is getting his money's worth on his fouls. I mean, neither of the fouls on him have been light. They've all been a lot of contact. But he's held up well. He knocked down the three last time. He had the elbow to the face. So, so we'll see what he can do with free throws. But he's a tough kid.
Bruce, Cooper, and Onyekwelu checking back in for the Rockets.
Yeah, starting to see some of the subs come in at this point. You know, you've got a 19-point lead with 3 minutes to go, 3.5, and you know, it's not a done deal, but it's pretty close. It's as close as you're going to get to it.
Lead back out to 20.
Rome Field's in the game now.
Scroggin hits them both. Another thing to point out, you need the win, but you want to win as big as you can here, as points also going to be a factor.
Sure. Good move. Connor Bruce, good move on the baseline. That's been open a couple of times, but we've done a pretty good job on the baseline.
Harris, open look, drains it.
Well, it's just what the doctor ordered here. 3 good threes here lately, and they've all been really, really good shots.
Under 3 minutes to play. Wampus Cats up by 22. This Catholic offense just hasn't been able to get that offense moving tonight. They've had some open looks like that. Dish out to Pace, and he nails it.
Yeah, that could have been called a charge there, but no call, and with an open three, they knocked it down.
Conway going to call timeout. And we will take it with them. Wampus Cats up 52-33. 2:22 remaining here in the game. 30 seconds and we're back on Conway Court.
Arkansans appreciate community. We work and raise families, care for our neighbors, and come together in good times and bad. At First Security, that local strength is what we love best about our home state. There is commitment here, and heart, and hope. Thank you to everyone who is standing together, learning from one another, and making Arkansas a place we all love to call home. We're proud to be your community bank.
Back live in Conway as we're about to finish up tonight's action. Early night for Wampus Cat fans.
Yeah, for everybody, right?
Wampus Cat broadcasters. Be getting home a little early tonight. Would have loved to seen the Lady Cats play tonight,
Oh,
but
sure.
that was just not in the cards. Conway up big as we near 2 minutes left to go. Feed it down to Kennedy. Kennedy making a strong move, but he gets it ripped away by Pace.
Wow. So Kennedy had a lot of contact down there, and that's all I'll say there. I mean, I think it was probably a foul there, but you know, the good news is you're playing hard. I mean, you're up big with just a couple minutes to go, and you're still seeing the intensity by Kennedy and the entire team, even when they're up big.
Well, the big thing is you don't want to let your lead go under 10, which we're not really at a big risk of that yet. Every win you get in conference, you get up to 10 points.
Right.
That become a factor with tiebreakers, which, I mean, there's a little bit of a logjam in the middle of the 6A Central, so as we near the end of conference play, these tiebreakers could become important for seeding, whether we have a conference tournament or not. Harris jumper can't get it to go. Scroggin getting his nose in there. Kennedy jumping in too.
Love it, man. Love the activity by both Kennedy and Scroggin. Really, really wanting the ball. You know, Coach Longing and Harrell have their hands full this year with so many new players, and you know, some frustrating losses, and you know, they lose by Northside by 3 and get blown out by Central. But they've got their guys playing so well.
Nice cut and feed to. I don't have 23 on my roster.
I don't either.
So my apologies. It was a good pass and a good finish.
Yeah.
Rome Fields playing some defense.
Let's see if we can get a name here.
McCreary?
McCray, I think.
McCray.
I'll have to go. Let me check and see who that is. He was not on our roster.
We've talked about the impact of COVID throughout the season. It's also impacted the game rosters we've been given. You just never know.
Andrew McCray.
Andrew McCray.
Well,
he had a good bucket on the other side a possession ago and gets his name called here for the foul.
Yeah, well, but he made a great move to the basket as well. Listed as 6'4", not sure on his grade, but 6'4". You need that height.
Holmes.
Yeah.
Nice pass from Harris and Holmes.
We're going to need Holmes for the stretch run. He's really going to be a part of this thing. We have a lot of guards. We don't have a lot of size, but he's really fast, really active, and can really shoot the ball.
And that extends the lead back to 20 for your Wampus Cats. Pace tries to cut it back down, gets his own rebound. Ball still bouncing around, and Holmes with the rebound. 30 seconds left. Nice feed to Scroggin. Scroggin's going to draw the contact. So Holmes taking it end to end, and then nice little feed back to Scroggin.
Yeah, listen, left hand, went to his left hand, snuck it underneath. That's a great basketball move by Holmes.
Scroggin hit 2 from the line last time. He hits the first one here.
Those free throws are pure.
And he nails the second one too. 58-36. Lead back out to 22. And what you expect to be the final possession here for Catholic. Three-point attempt. Bounces in and out. And that's going to do it tonight for your Wampus Cats. A much-needed victory at home to set the ship right.
Yeah.
They moved to 4-3 in 6A Central play. A big win over the team that was a game behind them in the standings. They create some separation there. Of course, none of the other guys' games probably even starting yet. So
that's right.
We don't know any of the scores, can't share any of that with you, but we'll definitely be talking about these standings as we move forward. 58-36, big win for your Wampus Cats tonight at home. Tim, any final thoughts?
Well, here's the thing that you saw tonight that I think is going to be a positive that Coach Longing and Harrell can take out of this game. We spotted up for some open shots and knocked them down. That's something we've struggled with. Made some threes tonight that really looked good. Highly active on the interior. Jaden Williams looked fantastic tonight. Then you got some defensive things happening. I mean, there was that man defense was brutal tonight. They only gave up 11 points in the first half.
Jaden Williams, a double-double tonight, 13 and 13.
Yeah.
And he tied for the lead offensively. DJ Lockhart also with 13. He hit 3 of 6 from the three-point line. Paul Harris also in double figures tonight with 11. Scroggin with 7, Wiseman with 6. Really balanced effort tonight from your Wampus Cats. That's going to do it for tonight's action. An early finish here on Conway Corp. Just one game tonight. Lady Cats did not play tonight against Mount St. Mary. We will see you again next Tuesday. So
senior night, by the way.
Yeah, senior night. And Be excited to bring that action to you in a week.
Wish I could tell everybody to come on out and watch, but they just can't really do it.
Well,
Can't really do it this year.
they can watch
it right
here on Conway
That's
Court.
right.
He's Tim Roach. I'm Levi Gilbert. On behalf of Javon, Wayne, Maggie, John, and Stats, and Ryan back at the old HQ watching the stream, we were glad to bring you this broadcast tonight. 58-36 win for your Wampus Cats. We'll see you next Tuesday.